The year is 1992. I wasn't born then. And
I
that's all we'll
was.
say. Well, but yeah, we were in our
And I wasn't
30s.
born yet either. I'm a 94 baby.
Haha, I'm
91.
older than you. Oh.
Josh.
And welcome to another episode of 2 Bits with Thomas, where today we're going to be talking about animated movies released in 1992.
So wear your clothes backwards, especially that starter jacket, and get ready to mouth down some snack wells, but not too much. This is 1992.
Wait,
Yep.
what was Snackwells? What was dangerous about that?
A diet food that people took way too many of.
Of course it is.
They thought it was diet food, and they went crazy. And then they were like, well, crap.
But it says diet.
Nope, it's just a get slim quick scheme
Yep.
that took your money.
Yep.
So what you're saying... so what you're saying is that it was a pyramid scheme?
A food pyramid scheme.
Oh, yeah, the food pyramid was invented this year, too.
Oh, God. I want to. Why do I hang out with people who are well educated and know how to make good memes?
And now it's my plate.
Because education does have its
Knowledge is power.
Work. It does work in some aspects.
Indeed, such as the fact that now we'll be talking about movies that you all have seen and I have not, despite the fact that supposedly I'm supposed to be a furry.
Yeah.
Kristen, why are you laughing? Your head looks like a butt.
Oh, fun fact, in 1992, the very first FurryCon theme was introduced. The first FurryCon to have a theme was Conference 3, a.k.a. Our Furry Worlds.
Yes! I saw the video. I saw a video about that. That was talking about the origins of the furry fandom.
Yep.
That was really cool.
Can you believe that was 30 years ago?
Wow. There's some... what did Converse eventually turn into? I forget which one. So they're definitely going to do a 30-year anniversary.
Califer is no longer. Now it's Golden State FurCon, I believe.
Well, then they're going to have to do something.
Well, yep. I mean, yeah. Also,
but the first conference was 89.
Jesus. Yeah, but also, I'll be 30 next year, so I don't want to hear none of your nonsense. And instead, I want to hear about the movies that we grew up watching.
Yeah.
30 in 2 years, and I'm going to make my 30-year-old self be the most active, young at heart 30-year-old that you'll ever see.
Listen, we need to hang out at a convention again, because that is when I act young. When I'm around everyone who I don't know nor like, I act like an old fart, because I just don't like people.
Well, let's rub that lamp in and nail the movie.
Oh my god. Did you just say rub that? You know what? Yes.
Lamp.
Yes, I know what you said, but still. Yes, let's start with the most obvious movie of 1992. Most likely the most popular movie that year, Aladdin. Based off of a Arabian tale, a thief with a heart of gold gets tricked into finding a lamp for an evil sultan's what was Jafar, an advisor?
Advisor. He was an advisor.
Yeah, yes, thank you. He gets tricked into finding a lamp for the sultan's advisor, ends up with the lamp stuck inside a cave, makes 3 wishes, saves the day, becomes a prince somehow. Well, actually, no, he doesn't become a prince, but he does free the genie because he's like, you know what? I like you. I'm going to free you.
Released on November 25th of that year, it instantly became a huge hit.
Yes, mostly because Disney went against the late Robin Williams' wishes and made him the sole target of advertisement.
Yep.
Yes. Yeah, he did not want the movie. He did not want to be the reason people go see the movie. He wanted it to be just everything else. But no, Disney saw that he was a gold mine, and well, obviously, we know how Disney works.
Yeah, and after we talk about Aladdin, we'll get into why Disney's even more of a jerk company for that reason, for that year.
Yeah. No.
When we talk about Fern Gully. But anyways, we're talking about Aladdin.
Oh, yep. It's a really great, well-animated movie with some wonderful songs, particularly A Friend Like Me and...
One Jump.
Huh?
One Jump.
That is a good song, too. I was thinking of... What was the song that Aladdin and Jasmine shared together?
A Whole New World.
Yes.
It's a song that every American Idol contestant ever tried to sing.
Oh, dear God. I think they need to give more love to You Never Had a Friend Like Me.
They really do. But it's really hard to sing.
That's the best song.
It is. It's it's so good because again, good vocals, the animation of just the genie showing off his powers and everything. It's hilariously fun and very energetic, especially just he just keeps goes here's the 40 thieves, and then he just boom, giant fists.
Yeah.
And
although I can't help but when I sing A Whole New World, I go, unbelievable skies.
Oh, God. Whatever you do, don't look down. Oh, wait, hang on. Whatever you do, don't look.
I'm looking down.
Oh, God.
No, hang on. Do you get vertigo? No, me neither. I've seen it 7 times. Please tell me one of you got the joke I was making.
I got it.
It's a movie.
I got it.
Yeah.
It's an Alfred Hitchcock movie.
Well, yes, but also it's in Wacko's Wish.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yes, that's where I heard the joke. Yakko tells
I need
Wacko,
to watch Wacko's Wish again.
Yes,
I need to watch that again.
Yes. Basically, Yakko Yakko told Wacko, "Don't look down." And it's why, do you get vertigo? And he's like, "No, me neither. I've seen it 7 times."
God.
But back to Aladdin, because good song, good choreography, the animation's wonderful. It's a shame it got a shitty remake.
Should we even call it a remake? It's just basically a shot-for-shot, redo of the whole movie, where it's just
I have a friend that really likes both, but it's funny because when you said remake, I was like, oh, Return of Jafar. Oh, right. That was amazing.
Also, why do people not like it? I think it's an okay movie.
It's not as good as the King of Thieves. That's why.
What, Return of Jafar, or?
Yeah, Return of Jafar is not as good as the King of Thieves. That's why.
Maybe because I didn't get Robbie Williams.
That's why.
Yeah, that too.
Most likely.
It was Danny Castellaneta.
Yeah, after Robin's wishes were disregarded, he said no to a sequel, and then they made another one, and he said fine, which he should have told him to get bent, but whatever. Because
we miss you, Robin.
Williams definitely deserved better.
Yes, because here's the thing, the movie Robin he did so many impersonations throughout the movie to not bring this one character to life and just be just this crazy off the wall character, but it's really fitting because the genie has cosmic powerful universal cosmic power. He can do whatever he wants as long as it doesn't break the rules. No bringing people back from the dead, no killing people, no making people fall in love. I'm pretty sure there's a few other rules he just didn't mention.
No, just 3.
No million wishes.
Oh, right, yeah, you can't wish for more wishes.
Yeah, the vote for more wishes. That's it. 3. One of those twists. No substitutions exchange the refund.
God, and here's the thing, if you watch Like there's a lot of scenes where he like did different voices and different things. I love the one with the removed one of the things they removed. He was like when Jafar finds him and gets the lamp. He's like, haven't I seen you on like America's Most Wanted? And it's like a poster of Jafar as a mugshot.
Oh yeah.
I love it.
And like he's like doing like this surfer lingo thing where he's like super depressed after Aladdin just kind of like tells him like, look, just keep with the wish and I'll keep up with the lying. Which, yeah, the movie has the, I think, somewhat overused trope now of the liar lies and then gets revealed.
Shark Tale.
Yeah.
Shark Tale, Bug's Life.
Woo-hoo. Except
Hell, even Avatar.
Oh,
which one?
Yeah, the blue people.
The blue cat
Oh
one.
yeah, the blue. Yes, and apparently they're finally making a sequel, and I don't know how that's gonna play out. I really don't.
Well, I
We'll
mean,
see.
I'm still gonna want to watch it because, like, I've waited since 2009 for a sequel, and I'm guessing it took them a while because they went through development hell, and then they also had to have the right technology and the money to make the technology for all the rendering and the CGI and
COVID.
the graphics, and of course, COVID
Yeah.
must have delayed it a little bit more. So
Achu.
that's why.
Yeah,
That's why it took them a while.
yeah, that does sound like. Also, can we just say how just cool of a set that when you see the when you enter the Cave of Wonders, just that animated. God, that's so cool. I think it was like partially CGI, maybe.
Yeah.
Oh,
yep,
the one where
first
it's like,
two
boo, this is no time to panic. Start panicking. Yeah, that was all CGI.
That was yep, all CGI.
Yeah, and the lava scene trying to escape, and then Jafar trying to like give Aladdin his eternal reward.
Oh my god, that freaked me out so well. The Cave of Wonders itself freaked me out as a kid.
Yeah, it's pretty freaky.
And you can thank Frank Welker for that voice.
Thank you, Frank Welker, for scaring the shit out of me.
He
Yay!
is great with his creature voices. And oh my god, he's so great with his creature voices.
He's amazing.
Yes. Also, fun fact: in TF2, one of the spies' weapons, the eternal reward, is most likely a reference to that very same weapon.
Oh,
or
my
at
God.
least it's a reference to the line uttered by Jafar, your eternal reward, because whenever you use it, you become whoever you stab.
Well, I think in the movie he was referring to just, I'm gonna kill you.
Yeah, but well, still, I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, there are. It most likely is a strong reference. There is also a Fez, but that's from an Austin Powers movie, where it's like it literally references the guy in the Fez, the familiar Fez, where like Mike Myers goes, I don't remember your name, but your Fez is familiar. Yeah.
Also, there was a line at the very beginning of the movie that in 1992 there was a different version of it before it was released on VHS, and we can talk about it, but I don't think we should.
Is it bad?
It's
Is
the
it-
original Arabian Nights, and instead of saying where the desert is hot and the heat is intense, it's in barbaric, but hey, it's home. They say something else, and it was racially insensitive, so they cut it.
I don't know.
Ooh.
Yeah, in that case, no, we're not touching that. I'm like,
No, you can look it up if you want for those
Yes.
viewing, but
yes, please do educate yourself, but for our sake, we're going to respect the people and not say it.
Yeah.
also originally it was supposed to be revealed that the merchant at the beginning of the movie was the genie, but it was scrapped.
Yeah,
I mean, it makes sense because Robin Williams voices him too.
Yep.
Yeah, he even returns in the third movie. So again, they most likely were definitely going to be like, "Oh yeah, the merchant is actually the genie." So it's like, but I don't know.
But
I
then he
think
wouldn't turn into the moon and take the film and say "made you look" at the end. You get a good trade-off.
Oh god. Anyway, Indy, you've been kind of quiet. What do you know about
Yeah.
Aladdin?
It's really Well, it's still considered classic. Enjoy the movie. And I haven't seen that for a long time.
Wait. Gilbert Godfrey. We haven't talked about him either.
Oh
What the
my
hell?
God! Yes,
What's
Gilbert.
disease?
He sadly passed away in the year 2022. And
Yep.
he
Shortly
played-
before we recorded this.
Yeah, so so we definitely need to talk about him because he played Diago in all 3 movies and the animated cartoon,
Yep.
and he was good.
Believe it.
Yeah.
I can personally go with all 3, but sometimes I, depending on how voice I have, let me try if I can do, but let's see. Oh, that's a surprise! That's it! I'm gonna die of a heart attack from that surprise!
That was good.
That was indeed very good.
Just let you know, sometime there might be point that I can do impersonate him, and there's some time that I can't do it.
I'm pretty sure a lot of voice actors know that thing where it's like, I can't do that voice right now. Let me try it a different
We
day.
do.
And it's like,
Yeah.
it's just one of those things. But
Yep.
yeah, he played Diago. He was it wasn't just Diago. He also did a lot of other voices for a lot of other shows, and he did a great job.
And actually, fun fact about me in this movie. When I first saw Aladdin when I was on VHS, I was really young. I couldn't get past the Cave of Wonders. It freaked me out. So I didn't know about Iago being a bad guy. And I watched the TV series when I was a kid, and I was like, oh, Iago's a good guy. And then I saw Aladdin, I was like,
Yeah. Also,
Well,
I didn't say those words.
Oh, another filler topic. I was gonna say I can do impersonate the Gilbert Godfrey like voice. Well, not sound exactly like him, but similar. Like Nappa from Team 4,
Oh, geez.
like Nappa from Team 4 Star and Suction Cup Man.
Oh my God. I was gonna say. Also, who didn't like Jasmine's tiger and wanted to have their own little pet tiger?
I love tigers. Even though I'm a dog person, I love tigers.
Yeah.
The tiger is definitely like a big cat just to have him, and
Raja.
can defend you.
Yeah.
It can defend
Yes.
you.
Very defensive. And the Sultan was a bit of meh.
He was an aloof goofball.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
And then the cartoon series was pretty interesting, especially considering that Return of Jafar was basically just to set up Aladdin, the animated series.
See,
Yeah.
Oh,
It was a good movie. It just wasn't as good as King of Thieves. That's all.
Yeah.
interesting fact. You remember that one prince who's gonna see Jasmine and then it didn't work out pretty well?
Oh yeah, because he got his pant, because the line bit off the back of his pants.
Oh, interesting fact. It was the same voice actor who does the Good Time of Aladdin.
What?
Oof.
what is?
Oh, there's a weird thing about the Good Times of Aladdin. They have some voice actors who did also work for Disney.
That is weird.
Yeah.
Very, very weird.
And even though they have Cam Clark who voiced Aladdin from not that movie, I think it was something like a Disney. I think something like a Disneyland or something.
We don't.
They have a live action scene. Well, if you look at Bayless
world of Disney, you suck the mouse, you jerk.
Oh, if you watch Bayless reviewing the Good Time Aladdin movie, it was interesting. Well, before the movie review, he just talked about all these voice actors and stuff, and how they're connected with Disney movie.
Man, every time I talk about Good Times, I feel jet lag.
Speaking of good times, let's talk about Beauty and the Beast.
No. Let's not.
Oh no! It's
Oh,
completely wet. It's completely ruined now.
So
Oh God, help me.
Okay, that's the only thing we're going to talk about because that's the only thing we're talking about. Because now we're moving on to now we're heading over to Mexico.
Eh?
Huh?
To Mexico.
Uno, dos, tres. What?
Micah,
What?
your movie. It's Spanish, right?
I beg your freaking pardon? No.
Listen,
Parkour
we're all going to hell,
is a
aren't we?
Japanese movie that takes place in Italy because it
Li-
focuses on a main character who happens to be Italian. He's an ex-Italian fighter pilot from World War One who
Listen.
gets cursed by a witch or sorcerer, I believe, to turn him into basically a pig man.
Listen. I don't speak listen, I don't speak Transylvanian.
I'm scared. What?
Trying not to get triggered.
I'm purposely
triggered. I know. My inner anime nerd is going crazy now.
Look,
I love languages. Stop doing this to me.
Because you do not disrespect the great and powerful director that is Miyazaki Hayao. Hayao Miyazaki is one of the most amazing Japanese anime directors and animators who wrote Spirited Away without a script. He just drew the whole story and scenery and characters and then put it together to become a movie.
Yes,
Boom.
but he's also a bit of a prick.
Because he's very protective of his projects. They're his life's work.
He walked out of a movie that his son made because he was disappointed in it.
Okay, that part I did not know about.
Yeah, I mean, the dude is a great animator. There's no denying that. This dude has talent that once he's gone, we're never going to see that kind of talent again. The dude's like Leonardo da Vinci. He just looks like, here's a lovely painting of Mona Lisa. You're all going to stare at it and ponder its meaning for years and years and years.
Or wait, that might have been from up on Poppy Hill. I can't remember which one his son did.
Also, I remember
Goro Miyazaki did The Wind Rise. Miyazaki did Tales from Earthsea.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was good, though.
Yeah, it was a good, but I think Miyazaki just has a really high standard.
Oh yeah,
he is definitely high standard man, because that does make sense about him, especially how when an American film production tried to do a dubbed version of Nausicaa, the Valley of the Wind.
Oh yeah, he told me to fuck off.
Called Warriors of the Wind. I don't know if any of you viewers know about this. So they do this. They cut everything. They edited it. They just twisted it up and did poorly done anime, like English dubs, because back then poorly dubbed English dubs were a common thing. And then what happened was, and this is how Miyazaki responded. He mailed them an actual Japanese samurai sword with an inscription on the metal sword that said, in Japanese, "No cuts."
Interesting.
Damn.
Which is which basically he was just giving them a giant fuck you to the animation studio for fucking up his film, because no one ever fucks up Miyazaki's movies, which is why I always watch them in the Japanese dub, because I fucking respect him.
Yeah.
Because yes, I did grow up in the English dubs for a time, but then when I heard the Japanese ones, they just sounded better. Yeah, and they matched the mood.
And not to get into a huge dub versus sub kind of stuff thing. If you just want to watch it and listen without having to read subtitles, okay, sub is good. It's not always going to be the best. Sometimes the dub, because the original dub will be better because it'll have dialogue with it'll have like dialogue that gets cut out because censorship.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah,
But
definitely.
also, fun fact, I just want to share: my roommate has a ceremonial Japanese sword.
Cool. A katana?
I don't know if it's a katana. I just know it's a ceremonial sword he got from his grandpa.
Okay.
It was an interesting fellow. He once got lost in New York, haggled with a what's that thing like when you got like the thing in front of your car and you gotta pay a guy to like lift up the gate.
Toll person?
Yes, he haggled with a toll person over 25 cents, and as soon as he rented a car, he immediately damaged it getting it out of the lot. It was, rest in peace, Tashu. He was a cool guy.
But yes.
So back to the movie.
The full movie of Porco Rosso. It was originally released in 1992 under the Japanese name Kurenai no Buta, which translates to Crimson Pig, because Porco Rosso is actually Italian for red pig or red pork. So it in fact matches the whole, the story and the character, because his airplane is red. His whole airplane is red, and so since he is a pig man, because of a curse that was put on him, it just makes sense for the plot. So the plot revolves around a freelance bounty hunter who was once an Italian World War I fighter ace. His name is Marco Pago, or Marco Rossellini in the dub. And fun fact, he was voiced by Michael Keaton in the Walt Disney Pictures dub, by the way.
Wow.
Yeah. So, in this one, he now lives as a freelance bounty hunter chasing down air pirates in the Adriatic Sea. However, this unusual curse, we don't know the origin, whether it was from a wizard, from a sorcerer, or a witch. They never really touched on that part. They just said that he was cursed to be transformed into an anthropomorphic pig. And so now he is known as Porco Rosso, as he helped save people from the dreaded air pirates during post-World War I Europe. And what was really cool about this is that this is where Miyazaki's love for flight and air travel really started to shine, because the man is obsessed with multiple things, showing beautiful landscape sceneries of mountain valleys with grassy hills. He shows the beauty of oceans and water and how beautifully fluid it is, even down to the tears that people cry out. It just flows out like actual water. And the immense detail he puts into that to make it so lifelike with the water. And then the other things is that he likes to portray strong female characters in his films, which is amazing, by the way, because hey, you gotta inspire the new generation that women can just be as strong as men.
Yes.
And then of course the other thing that was the most prominent in his films is his love of animating ships, like airships, planes, blimps, dirigibles. It's always featured in every one of his films. And this is where a lot of that started to shine. And especially because this film has the historical events. Even though it's sort of surrealist, it's sort of a surrealistic type of way of showing a historical event, because this was the first time Miyazaki did this. He used some of the historical events, such as how some of the fascist groups started evolving during the Great Depression, because the Great Depression was happening during this timeline, and not to mention just how they focused around like mainly the parts of northern Italy, which is where the fascist movement of Italy was starting to rise during the Great Depression, and it just shows a little bit of like his past during the First World War, and then sort of focuses around that spot, which is interesting too, because like Japanese cinematography and anime has this big fascination too for of European culture, where they like to do a lot of stories that are set in some European culture, but they try to keep it like as where it's like they keep the European culture and aspect, intact without having any like, culture of Japanese influence involved. The only thing involved in it is just like the Japanese dubbing, like because like we see this a lot, like in Full Metal Alchemist, we see it in like Fairy Tale, we see it in like the Ancient Magus Bride, Violet Evergarden. We see it in a lot of different animes where they kind of have this obsession for having stories set in European countries, because there's like this fascination with the beauty of like European like lifestyle. And of course they always like to make the historical, they also add a little bit of the historical context of those different times in European countries. And especially because the second time they did this, that Miyazaki did this, was when he did The Wind Rises, Kaze no Takinu, which this film, it's a surrealist version of like the life of the guy who developed the Japanese Zero airplane that was used in World War II, because the guy who invented it, he said, no, I don't want these to be made into warplanes. I want them just so that people can fly. But the military was like, ah, you're cute.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Also,
Yeah.
I'm trying to hold this in, but I gotta say it. It's the Red Baron!
That's what I believe he was inspired. What inspired Miyazaki to make, because it was actually based on a manga that he made called, what was it called? It was based on Hikote Jidai, The Age of the Flying Boat, which has a little bit of Porco Rosso in it, but they just didn't really touch on his past. It has some of the characters in it that, and of course that's the Red Baron is probably where he got his inspiration from, but it's a different type of like story entirely, and it's all in watercolor. It was a short 15-page manga that he drew and colored. It's so gorgeous. Like, if you ever get the chance, just look up some of the stuff that inspired and also based some of Miyazaki's movies off of, because you probably didn't know this. Nausicaa, the Valley of the Wind was actually based on a manga that he wrote. Yeah. The man is very talented, and if I ever get the chance to, I want to freaking meet him when I go to Japan and just tell him how much of an inspiration he has been, and that I just say I have much respect for you.
Unfortunately, the only thing I remember about Porco Rosso was I think it was a commercial for, of course, the English dub on my Pokemon VHS. And for some reason, they made him look like he was the villain, which is really strange considering that you told me he's kind of the main character. So,
well, again, they try. This is the thing with American media. They try to find a way to sell you something without actually telling you the contents.
Oh yeah.
I mean, one interesting fact is like a lot of the titles for Kirby, they'll usually have him looking angry, where in the original versions he's actually kind of smiling.
That's because American Kirby is hardcore. It's a trope.
Yep.
I mean, to be fair,
something so cute that's so OP, especially in Smash.
Yeah. I mean,
oh yeah.
Yeah,
you
for
make
anyone
jokes
who's
about jokes about box art.
Yep.
Speaking of box art and all the things that it uses to create box art, we need to think about something that was very important in 1992 and the 90s. Saving
like
the
Inception.
saving the rainforest.
Yes, it's the movement of the environmental movement of the '90s, where during that time they had a lot of cartoons out there that served as public service announcements for encouraging kids to do their part to help save the environment.
And in
Captain
1992,
Planet, he's a hero. I am
Yep.
going to sing this song because I can. Sorry.
in 1992, we got pretty much the most school shown movie of all time. If you were a kid in the 90s, usually if the school had nothing to do, they'd bring in the big TV card and you would watch a movie, and that movie would usually be Fern Gully, The Last Rainforest. It was released in 1992, although it was supposed to be released in 1991, but didn't want to coincide with Beauty and the Beast. So it was released on April 10th, 1992, and actually, before it was released in theaters, it was actually shown in front of the biggest audience that they could think of for an environmental movie, the United Nations.
Oh,
That actually makes a
okay,
lot of
that's
sense.
really cool,
I wish they actually listened to the fucking movie.
right?
We're not going to go deep into it, so just let's focus on the movie.
It was made by an Australian company known as FAI Films. And it also stars Robin Williams as a bat named, Batty, Coda. And it stars a bunch of fairies that are part of a rainforest. One of them's named Krista. She is basically trying to learn magic secrets from Magi Loon, which is pretty much like her grandmother or teacher or something. But in finding about the rainforest, she ends up coming across a bunch of loggers basically trying to cut down trees, accidentally strikes one of them named Zach, and has to return him somehow to the human world. But at the same time, there has been a tree that has been cut that is releasing an evil deity called Hexis, the spirit of destruction, who is basically originally just a creature of oiled sap and tar, but over the course of the movie, he becomes voiced by Tim Curry and is terrorizing the entire rainforest, and they must stop him. And Jesus Christ, Hexis scared the shit out of me when I was a kid. Oh boy.
It worked because it's trying to show kids that pollution's friggin' scary.
Pollution is friggin' scary, and so is the logging industry, if you really think about it.
Yeah.
Even though I will say this, the main reason deforestation exists is for pasteurization, which is why fast food is also kind of evil. But
Yeah. But
That's why I
also
don't
at the same time, the logging industry also understands the fact that, like, yeah, if we keep doing this, we'll be out of the job. So they plant more trees than they chop down, but it still takes a long time for those trees to grow and shit.
yeah.
But again, I'm not getting too deep into this because that's just a little too depressing.
Yeah, well, I mean,
I
if
know-
you really think about it, the movie itself is depressing. It is called The Last Rainforest, although we don't know why.
Yeah.
Do we know why the last unicorn is the last unicorn?
Well, yeah, we actually do.
Oh.
But
Oh.
But like,
Oh,
look,
shush.
I know it's a depressing topic, and no one wants to talk about it because they don't want to think about the existential dread that comes with the fact that the world that we live in will kind of cease to being in the verge of extinction. So that's why people don't want to think about it and just want to keep on going with their lives. But that's the thing. If we keep on not thinking about it, then we just be damning ourselves anyways. You know, damned if you do, damned if you didn't.
right.
So, you know, and yes, it can be tiring to fight for saving our planet, but, you know, we just gotta keep on doing it and while also still living our lives. because hey, we have our one planet and we can't go off to another rock to like find a new planet to live in because
We can try, but
nah,
no.
this is the only planet we got.
I
So
say
we
we
gotta
keep
care of it.
trying to bring more environmental movies here and there.
Yes,
At least good ones, because the Lorax doesn't count. That was fucking
Yeah,
terrible.
no.
But-
yeah, like maybe do a new renaissance of environmental movies, but are actually very realistic and down to earth.
Also,
And
please no
good.
troll in Central Park. That was ass.
What?
What?
Please no troll in Central Park. That was not good.
Oh yeah, we don't.
We're
We
going
don't.
to ignore that.
Oh, can we
Also-
talk about the weird things
Yeah,
about the movie?
Yeah, I never saw this movie, but I think I saw a clip. Isn't there? Yeah, I think Indy and I are on the same page. Isn't?
Oh, I
there,
know what you're already gonna say.
Yeah, the scene where
Okay.
he. Go ahead, Indy. You
Let's
get
see.
to this.
We have Micro, like how the one that shrank, human got shrank,
Yeah.
and then we got Vor.
With Goanna.
Oh.
And then
There's
we
literally, yeah.
and then we have Wham, which is
Oh God.
Hexis, basically.
let's see what else they have.
That's about it. That's all I can think of.
Yeah, I don't think there's too much, but I do the fact that this like, ooh, I'm a whatever, like a gecko or something, or a lizard.
It's a Goanna.
Oh, yeah, he's just like, ooh, you look delicious. I'm just going to eat you. Tongue.
A Goanna is
what?
What?
Oh, and also for the
Goanna lizard.
it's
And
an
also-
Are
Australian
you looking
lizard.
up
that-
tongue?
No,
No.
I'm just looking up like the character exactly.
No, you're looking up tongue.
I'm looking up the character.
You're
Hush.
looking up.
Well,
this.
Can I-
A
You-
Goanna
you-
is actually an actual species that lives in Australia.
You're looking up a long tongue. I can tell.
I am. Oh, okay. I remember now. I've seen this creature. It's
Yeah.
But yeah, he basically sings a song called "If I'm Gonna Eat Somebody, It Might As Well Be You," and it happens.
sorry.
And it happens.
oh, do you want
It
me to talk about
happens-
music?
Yeah,
Sorry.
the song.
Okay, for the music, even though it was like 90s, they're trying to be more like, kind of more like a pop music at the time.
They did.
Like they got rap, they got kind of more funk, and also they also do have a jazz music.
Oh
Or
yeah, Batty
blues.
raps. I forgot about that. Well, actually,
Oh
no,
yeah, they have blues, which is the Toxic Love.
yeah. Toxic Loves is kind of blues jazz,
Yeah, but
which is
even
now becoming
though-
a trend on TikTok. Toxic Love.
and if you
God.
compare with 90s Disney movies, they don't use a lot of pop music.
They don't. Well,
No.
they did.
Well, except the ending credit. They just use like kind of more jazz or old style of music.
yeah.
It just
Oh.
like
Oh, no, go ahead.
they just like, even though the Fern Gully movie, they just have like, they're going to like a trying to move pop music because I thought it was trending, it was hip at the time.
And then they had one of the strangest ideas they could for one of the songs. They actually got children's entertainer Raffi to sing one of the songs. It's Raining Like Magic.
Hmm.
I saw him in concert when I was 5. Don't judge.
I'm judging you.
I was 5.
Let's see here. According to the court records, you are a good boy.
Yay.
But he also, because I remember, like, I think saying you said "Toxic Love" was like one of the songs or something.
No, the song that Raffi sang was "It's Raining Like Magic."
No, I mean, I think no, like one of the other songs in this movie was like "Toxic,
Toxic
Love"
Love.
or something.
Yeah, Toxic.
I am reminded of the Doctor Who episode where they're seeing like the explosion of the sun and the end of the earth and everything, and
Oh yeah.
And you got the last human alive, and they bring the song of her ancient
Hang on a
people.
second.
It's Britney Spears' "Toxic" something.
Yeah, that's episode 2 of the new series, The End of the World.
Yes, that was hilarious. Just it's like the song of our people, Britney Spears' "Toxic Love."
No, it's just toxic.
Oh, just toxic. That's what I was thinking of, but that's just
Yeah, Toxic Love is completely different.
yeah. But you know what else is toxic?
What?
The Tom and Jerry movie. And I mean the first one.
Oh,
Yeah,
Lord.
because even the live action one was just as bad. Because honestly, listen, Warner Brothers, I gotta say something. You do not make a movie that focuses on the human characters and make the main characters that are in the title of your movie the side characters. That is poor filmmaking and writing decision. Do better.
Yeah, for those who are unaware, Tom and Jerry is a cartoon that kind of takes the cat and mouse thing to the cartoon world. It's hilarious, it's humorous, it's very incredibly painful, and we love it. The first Tom and Jerry movie, however, is a movie that...
Sorry, I'm a little bit away, but before we continue, aren't you going to talk about Robbie Williams' drama?
Oh yeah. So to make a long story short, Robin Williams was both in Fern Gully and Aladdin, and also the same thing can be said for the voice of Krista's dad, and Sultan is also the same voice, but more. I actually don't know much about controversy about that, but yeah, Robin Williams almost was pulled from Fern Gully by Disney because Disney wanted him all to themselves. Long story short.
That's not surprising, since that sounds like Disney. If we can't have you, then no one will.
It's for this reason that although Anastasia and other Fox movies are on Disney Plus, we will never see a Fern Gully on Disney Plus.
Yeah,
ever.
I'm pretty sure they will never want that, because that would bring up a lot of stuff. But the first ever Tom and Jerry movie, as far as I can tell, it's so bad that I don't think that it's ever been re-released.
It hasn't.
I have only seen it aired on Cartoon Network one time, and that's it.
I only saw the Nostalgia Critics review of it besides when I saw it on like VHS or something.
Yeah, it's
Rented it through Netflix DVD.
Yeah, it's such.
Remember when that was a thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember when Blockbuster used to be a thing?
Hey, Blockbuster, you should come back.
Yeah, come back.
Yeah,
we need you.
You kind of do.
Anyways, so, pardon me for interrupting. Go ahead.
Hang on. Okay. Yeah. It's such an interestingly bad movie with such a weird premise. Like, I don't even know what the plot of the story is. I just know that there's a scene where Tom and Jerry both speak. And they're like, wait, you can talk? Yeah. So can you? Yeah. Why didn't you say anything? You never asked.
And then they sang. And then they sang.
Yeah. And like, here's the thing. Tom and Jerry have technically talked in the original cartoons, but it was for a joke.
Yes. Like there was a few times. Like a few times it was just like they were like, there are like some clips where they're like, I love you. I love how you set my soul on fire. It is that. It's a flame. A big roaring flame.
Or
I can feel it now.
Hey, something else is on fire.
Believe it. Yeah.
Oh, I love that. I love that line. They do that twice.
Yeah.
Yes, they did.
Also
also
earlier in that episode where you were like, saying about the roaring flame, I think he also talked when he said, "What's smoking, toots?"
Oh no, it was like hey, say, something is burning around here. or like hey, what's cooking? You are stupid.
Oh, and remember the when he's like, and when he's trying to sway the cat with the cello, he's like, "I wish you may, I wish you might," or something like that. I can't remember the song, but you know what I'm talking about.
Is you ain't my
Or
baby.
when they're walking home drunk singing "Goodnight Ladies," which is an old drink.
Yes.
I have watched a lot of Tom and Jerry, although my most favorite ones will always be the Chuck Jones animated ones because of the man's use of onomatopoeia and just how amazing his facial expressions can be. It's just so friggin' zany. I swear to God.
Are you talking about the movie or talking about the show?
Well, the show. We're talking a little about the show.
Here's the thing. We kind of do need to talk about the show because I've never seen the movie. I just know it's bad because, holy crap. How do you make a movie so bad that no one ever acknowledges it again?
Because the whole movie is about them trying to get along as friends and then trying to help an orphan girl find her dad for no reason.
Okay, they just really were like thinking, how can we put a plot together for a show that doesn't have much plot to it?
And
I know, we'll make plot.
Yeah, no, it doesn't work.
Oh, have you ever? Do you know the Filmation version of Tom and Jerry existed?
What?
Oh,
what?
Oh, here's a weird thing. They heavily use a synthesizer.
Oh no!
It is like, and the animation is not very much. Like, not good as Chuck Jones. It's like.
Well, no, it's Filmation.
Also, just real quick, I just want to say, a lot of people did not like Chuck Jones's work, but that's most likely because they were used to the original art style of Tom and Jerry. But like Micah said, it's pretty good. I did enjoy it, and
I'm the hipster of the Tom and Jerry fandom.
Dude, you and I both watched a lot of Tom and Jerry, and I remember going onto the Cartoon Network site. And after Chuck Jones had passed away, they left a pencil with a bunch of Looney Tune characters looking at it while it's in a spotlight, and it was just so sad.
I don't remember that.
I do, because like they even had someone do a sketch of Chuck Jones and said, "Goodbye, Chuck Jones. We'll miss you," or something like that. And
his last animated project was Thomas the Timberwolf.
Yep.
It was animated in Flash.
Nice. And there was also the Chuck Jones show. And yes, we are completely doing this on purpose because I really don't want to talk about the Tom and Jerry movie. I just wanted to get it out of the way because, seriously, having a boring plot, the characters just admitting that, we can kind of talk, and it's just, we can do it whenever we want. Like, no,
they
that's
had
not.
to have money.
and there's also the live action scene where Jerry dances with a sailor.
Yeah.
That's
because, again, it's this convoluted plot. Also, I have one question about this movie. Why is every other human character besides Robin and her dad just trying to kill everything in this movie?
Who knows? I mean,
we have two Mexican wrestlers, a doctor riding an ice cream cart, a friggin' like a pirate with a parrot puppet for a hand. The fuck?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And a purple people eater. And I'm quoting this topic on this.
Also, my headphones decided to desync from each other, so that's fun. Oh wait, no, I think it resynced.
Should we talk about like babies, kids, and then call it?
Well, there's two things we still need to do because we need to end this episode on a good note. So yeah, let's talk about Baby's Kids, a cartoon based on an actual rapper. Actually,
no, it was a comic, a stand-up comedian.
Yeah, a stand-up comedian. Yeah, and what it did was that it had a juxtaposition between the comedian live action and his live action performance, and then it cuts to the animated segments based on what he was like making jokes about.
Yep.
Which I haven't seen the film, but the thing I know about this film is the fact that it's by Bruce W. Smith, which, if y'all have been kids in the 2000s and watched Disney Channel, you definitely watched a certain show of his that has always been on, known as The Proud Family.
Yay.
Yes, this dude has worked on a lot of things from what I've heard, and The Proud Family is without a doubt one of my favorite cartoons growing up. It had a really good, unique style. The stories were pretty interesting, and I think when
A diversity, of course.
yeah, and yes, they had a big diverse cast of characters, and like and you kind of feel a little bad for the dad because like he wanted to be a great snack maker, but he kind of
He's terrible at it.
Yes, he was great at basketball, but he missed one shot against against a guy who becomes the wizard, and basically he ends up becoming this big famous multi-million or multi-billionaire, and who just constantly just is successful while Oscar's just bleh.
Yeah,
But
pretty much.
also there's I think when Crash 4 was like getting close or something, someone someone took the scene of Oscar chasing after a car, and they put Aku's mask over him and played the music.
Oh yeah, because that's a meme that's gotten very popular, which is Oscar. It's from the Proud Family movie, which technically now is considered non-canon because with the new Proud Family series that's now out, Louder and Prouder, it's sort of a different storyline because it doesn't show because the show picks up immediately after it got canceled from its third season.
That's pretty interesting, and yeah, the Proud movie is very good. Definitely go watch it.
Definitely.
It's a shame that Baby's Kids did not do so well because like the animator who worked on it, he went to do a lot of stuff.
Yes.
Suddenly, a new challenger approaches.
We're talking about the 1992 cartoons, animated movies.
Oh, am I interrupting?
No.
You just joined in the fun.
Okay.
In 1992, I was not born yet, but I'm pretty sure my parents conceived me at that point.
I am a 95 baby, so I'm going to have to look up what came out in 92 to follow along with y'all.
Oh, don't worry.
I was one.
You were Babby.
Silver was Babby, and now
I was
City is
Babby.
Babby.
Well, I am Babby. I wasn't even thought of Babby. My parents weren't even together, Babby. If that answers. My dad with his beard, without his beard, looks like a Babby. I'll have to find that picture now. I'm thinking about my dad.
Oh god. Also,
Yeah.
So what do you kind of think went wrong with Baby's Kids?
Is that literally one?
That's the one we're on, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. See, I've never seen it, mind you.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I see what y'all were talking about, probably because I'm looking at the things. Google is suggesting, like Aladdin, Fern, Gully, and all that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. But for Baby's Kids, the only thing I know about it is the animator's the same guy who ended up doing Proud Family, and
we were just talking about that, and we're talking about the meme of Oscar chasing after the car, and I was talking about like the him having the Aku mask with the music going.
Is there a meme of that? Because I want to see
Yes,
There is.
I'll find.
I got it. I got you.
Oh god.
Please
got you
do, because I
covered.
want to see this. I think I need a cheering up. I'll talk about it later for sure.
Don't worry, we're here for you. Hey, is that a ball?
Ball? That was
Ball's working the
surprisingly
two
delayed.
It works for Silver's.
Well, that's because you were thinking of bacon.
Burger?
Yeah, you were thinking of bacon, then you heard ball, and you're like,
Overload of happiness!
Let's see.
how to make Silver happy. Ball, bacon, Indy.
Yay.
All three at once. That's his
Oh,
dream.
wait.
So,
And mud.
it's
Don't
not
forget
working. The
It's
link
no
is not
use.
working.
It's no use. It's no use. It's no use.
We're not talking about her.
Look, Silver and
I'm the only
Sonic.
silver here, okay?
So what you're just saying is you killed the Silver the Hedgehog.
Basically.
Oh god.
I sent him back to his dimension. I didn't kill him. Put him back.
You just sort of like, okay, go home, but go home. Your game is unfinished. Oh.
Yeah. Too much of a glitch. Son of a
Evolved.
glitch.
Yes.
Damn it.
It only makes sense if you know one of my various usernames I go by. But Pixie, is there any 92 movie or animated show that you remember? I mean, I know you were born in 95, so you possibly don't know a lot of them.
That was my boyfriend. I'll be right back.
Go
The
to
only ones that I'm seeing so far on this list are Aladdin and Fern Gully.
Well, we didn't talk too much about Fern Gully, so we can field that one again.
You can. It's hard to talk about it without also making some people depressed. But hey, maybe Pixie knows
Why
something.
would it make people depressed?
The environment. That's all.
Yeah. I didn't
That's
watch it
just-
until I was older, surprisingly. It was one of those movies that would, for me, the first time I watched it, it was like on like one of the movie channels early in the morning. I was, so I got to watch it that way, and it's okay. The environmental message is a little too on the nose, but I really liked it. And the voice acting by the two bigger celebrities is great.
Mhm.
I think but I love anything with Robin Williams voicing. I'll have to go talk Aladdin in a moment.
Yeah,
but
I think I was
Daddy
like the
was
first.
just a fun character, and I knew someone. No joke. I haven't talked to them in like I'd say 5+ years. But my sister's ex-friend, his name is Shay. One of the first gay people I've been around in a very long time, like just flamboyantly gay, and straight out we were watching Fern Gully, and he straight up told me one of the reasons he's gay is because of the oil sludge monster. Like that's
Hexis.
Tim Curry's voice can turn anyone kind of gay.
I mean, have you seen him in a Rocky Horror Picture Show?
Yes.
I
If
can't
that-
watch
do I?
Rocky Horror.
You've met my. Oh my god.
But
From
like,
the pole.
I don't know what is his sexuality. Is he gay or is he just really?
no,
Oh.
he's just a very flamboyant straight man. I've been around a lot of
I can accept that. I'm not saying either. If he's not gay, he's just incredibly flamboyant.
Yeah.
But no, he's just very much a showman.
Yes, and
Well,
also, damn
You
it.
There's a joke always running around, like you can tell a lot about a person by the first introduction they have of Tim Curry.
Yeah.
Which is Vexus, is that his name? It's been forever.
Access.
Okay. It's not I will say that's not my first introduction to Tim Curry, because that would be Nigel Thornberry, which is a total fucking opposite.
I honestly think he's the only. I honestly think he's the only good character Tim Curry has ever played.
I mean, in Pinky Elmira and the
good
Brain, he
nature,
literally
good
played an evil circus leader.
I mean, and if you look at Clue, one of them he's the bad guy. So
And then there's
I mean, he plays villains really well, or anti-heroes very well. He's just got this.
I'm going to
villainous-
the one place not infected with capitalism. Space!
Space! You have to kind of tilt your head back.
Anyway, Mario Party 5 is a game that introduces our final topic of the night because it's been an hour.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
So I think you went a little late. I'll talk about the others with you. other time, y'all.
And that is Tiny Toon Adventure: How I Spent My Summer Vacation, otherwise known as everyone remembers the one where Plucky gets stuck on in a car with who was the pig?
That one. That's where that scene came. Oh.
I don't think that's his name.
Oh.
I can't. I'm not wanting to look it up, but it's like it's not.
Oh my god!
Porky. He's a reference to Porky. Give me a moment, guys.
It's
Oh,
not-
it was originally supposed to be.
What
in
was
Years.
his name?
my friends
don't
are my non-furry friends are gonna kill me.
Porky. Porky.
Hold on. Voice
Tiny
cast.
Toons.
Hampton.
Hamilton.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
Hampton.
Yeah.
Hampton, because like he's a play off of the word Hamilton, or something
Yeah.
like that. I don't know, but yeah, he
Ham.
is. Shush. Yep. I don't know if everyone remembers all the shorts in How I Spent My Summer Vacation, but everyone remembers that one.
There's
Okay.
a car. There's a car.
Like
For
literally the
me, I was gonna say one thing I love about this thing. This was I found a tape of it somewhere in my parents when I went to a secondhand store and I found this tape. And like I didn't know it had a little movie. I grew up with Tiny Toons. I didn't know it had a little movie. So I remember bringing it home, and this is when I was dating my husband, and this was his first introduction to Tiny Toons anything.
we're tiny, we're tuning, we're all a
I was
little
like, you never
loony.
grew
We're
up.
tiny
But he
Toon
never had,
Adventure.
Surprising, he never grew up with it. He never grew up with it, so he fell in love with all the girl characters. But I asked him like by the end, so which one was your favorite? And I remind you, he is not a furry, but he just likes furry adjacent things. So he like fell in love with.
I'm not a
Bad.
furry, guys.
But
Yeah, he's literally but I'll give him on
Yeah.
it because he fell in love with Fifi. I think he
Aw.
loves Fifi. I love
Aw.
Fifi too. But he likes any character with like a long, bushy kind of tail kind of
I-
thing. That's a little
You know what?
flirty.
I feel that. I have a strong
Fifi's
affection.
An
Sorry.
adorable little thing.
uh,
I
although aren't some of a majority of those characters in Tiny Toon, aren't they teenagers or something?
I
their
think you can
age is
make
never really admitted,
I
but
think
they're
you
under
could-
21.
I think you can
or-
make the
or at least
argument that they're.
They're old enough to drive. They're old enough to drive.
Well, well,
you-
what's her name? Babs Bunny in the first episode. She's like, "Oh, great! I'm 14 and I already got wrinkles." I'm like,
I don't know. They never. I don't want to say it's only. It's really a weird area.
It is because here's the thing, in the cartoon they go to Tiny
don't-
Toon University or Looney Toon University, whatever it's called. So it's
Acme University.
thank you, Acme. Yeah,
Their
they go to
cartoons has been
Acme.
getting less since 1933.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, wait, 93.
I'm not
33.
certain.
Oh,
Honestly.
sorry.
Like
But
I'm gonna
yeah.
say they're about like early teens at oldest, and they're 20. Like I'd say 18 at oldest,
Yeah.
because it's never like like stated how old they are. I mean, there was a character, for goodness sakes, called Bimbet Skunk in that movie. That's all I had to say.
Yep.
Yeah, she was pure furry, man. I'm like, I have questions.
Proto furry.
And you will never get answers.
The people who weren't furries, like that, the people who were furries but just we didn't have a name for it, maybe much. Definitely,
They
were
even
there was a
referenced
furry
it in the
working
theme
on
song.
the character.
Really? Where?
They're furry, they're funny, and I think that was not to be taken lightly. Just
Yeah,
Yeah,
becoming a unicorn is the best decision I ever made.
and if you don't believe me, take a look at what Warner Brothers did 5 years later with Road Rovers. So don't tell me that they knew, because they knew.
Yeah,
They knew.
They knew.
I will say there was a furry artist I knew about years ago, by accident, and he worked on like small little things too. I'm gonna check something. I actually really wonder if you watched the Tiny
Small
Toon
little thing.
thing. I
Sounds
might
like
do
you,
that when I
huh?
get home.
But yeah,
Oh, not home.
it's funny because they finally reached that amusement park they were trying to get to in 2021. Last year, they finally made it.
Oh,
Yeah.
Probably
Real
closed.
it's fun.
Yeah, and then they basically
Mhm.
just go right home. It's like they don't go to the park, they don't go on any of the rides, they
Yes,
just
they do.
go home.
Yes, they do.
No, they don't.
Yes,
they
they
go.
do.
No, they go home. That's
You're
literally
thinking of vacation. They go to the park.
No, yeah, they go to the park, but then they go home. They literally don't do anything. That's literally the whole joke. Plucky was hoping to get into the amusement park, and it's like, all right, let's go home. They don't do anything.
I thought
No.
that they actually went on some rides.
No, the joke is that Plucky was stuck in the ride with Hampton and his parents, and then once they get there, they immediately head back. They don't go inside. They don't go on the rides. They just go home.
Ah,
That's the joke. But yeah. Anyway, I'm sorry you came in late, Pixie. We did have we had a nice big talk, but I'm pretty sure you were busy trying to figure out how to conquer the world again.
Yeah, I usually
Ah.
do. I'm sorry.
It's okay. We still love you.
Yeah.
That's why you're our friend. Friendship hug.
yes.
Anyway, this has been 2 Bits with Thomas on animated movies of 1992. And hopefully next week we can talk about the bad guys.
And I hope
It's
we're going to
so-
see this movie tomorrow. And, well, even though it's one of the movies that my mom really wanted to see too.
bacon flavored snack wells.
Gerbils.
I
Why?
don't
No, that's okay, guys. I got it. I put them in a brand new, much better home.
Yay!
Anyway, this has been 2 Bits of Thomas of my friends in Silver the Yote,
Bacon snack wells.
Micah
The wolf.
the Wolf. You're supposed to go do a cutaway. Indie Timber.
I like squeaky pool toys.
Pixie, the gnome leader.
I don't know what to say. Everybody, y'all are all being goofy, and I can't focus on anything. I'm sorry.
I mean, that's the whole point of the show. And we hope that you all enjoyed this episode. Remember to hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, share this with your friends, leave a comment, and I'll see you all next time.
Don't you eat too many snack wells.
Don't tell me what to do. I'm going to eat all the snack wells.
No! Then I won't have any.
any.
Guys.